2026 credit repair secrets you don't want to miss. My name is credit coach Nicole Scott. Welcome back. This is part 21 of the series, and we are talking about cancellation of debt. So if you are working on your credit or you are helping other people with your credit, you want to make sure that you have watched this entire playlist. I will link it below in the video because this playlist is got some fire information absolutely for free. If you want access to this guide, which I just continue to add to, it's almost 400 pages now, comment the word credit secrets guide and I will send you exclusive access. It is less than $25, guys, and that goes to help support our channel, our editors, so I can continue to pump out videos to teach you guys all about credit. And if you have any recommendations on things that you want me to make a video about, comment below and I will definitely put it in the request box. So cancellation of debt and charge-offs are two very different things, and a lot of people happen to get those confused. There's so much misinformation out there online, TikTok, Instagram, and I'll be the first one to tell you, if it was that simple and all you had to do was just this, that, and that, and just send a form to the IRS to forgive the debt and blah, blah, blah. If it was that easy, everyone wouldn't be dealing with charge-offs. No one would have bad credit. So it's not that easy. And I guarantee you that's not what they did to help themselves or their clients. They're just regurgitating garbage online that sounds good, but don't pile up to a hill of beans, okay? So when it comes to forgiven debt, there is a such thing, and I'll kind of share my experience and how I was able to first find out about forgiven debt. So back, I bought a home back in 2007. The market crashed in 2008, which prevented me from selling, and I was $100,000 underwater. So I was in a bad spot, and basically what happened was I got in a balloon loan. So it was like a super bad illegal loan back then. Those were the good old Wachovia days. If you know, you know. But make a long story short, I was able to get on the home affordability program, and it was a Barack Obama plan back then. And what that did was allow me to save my home, and they forgave, it was like, I think $70,000 on my home loan. So they actually canceled out that debt and then gave me like a 1% interest rate, which brought me, ahead of the game. But on that $70,000 forgiven debt, they issued me a 1099-C and I had to pay taxes on it. So that whole forgiven debt ended up costing me about $7,000 in taxes. But the good thing about it is that it saved my home. So when I did end up selling my home, I think it was like 2017, I last sold my home, or that particular home. I was able to make like a $30,000 profit, and I would have been able to make a lot more, but you know how that goes. But nonetheless, that is the moral of the story. You will have to pay taxes in some cases on this forgiven 1099 debt that comes from the banks. And it's not that easy to get. Not all banks, when they actually issue you a charge off, or you see that you have a charge off from them on your credit report, it doesn't mean that it's canceled debt and you don't owe it anymore. That's not what that means. It's still reporting a balance on your credit. It's still reporting a derogatory mark every single month that's holding you back. That debt can sometimes be overlooked when it comes to purchasing a home, but in most cases it just looks better if you go prepared, right? You can get much better terms if you just go prepared. And what I tell people is, sure, you can ask the bank if they can issue you a 1099-C to officially discharge the debt, and that way, once they issue that 1099, that would then allow them to update the balance to 0 on your credit report. Okay. Now, if they sold it to a third-party debt collector, they can't both report a balance either. So that's illegal. So doesn't really happen too often, but just so you guys are aware. But you can get these type of things, like if a car is totaled and there's still a remaining balance, companies may issue a 1099 for the deficit, which is why it's so important to get, which is a great example on why it's so important to have gap insurance when you first purchase the car in case something like that does happen. And of course, always maintaining full coverage insurance. By the way, I don't know if you know this, but if you don't know anything else from me, you might learn a new thing today. Auto insurance is more money when you have bad credit. Bet you didn't know that. If you didn't know that, comment down. If you did know that, comment down below. Let me know. Check in. Make sure you are subscribed. Share with a friend. Like, comment. If you want the credit repair secrets guide, comment the word secrets and I'll definitely send it to you. But yes, absolutely. Auto insurance. I used to pay like $300 a month when I had bad credit. I had a Dodge Challenger, and that thing with the insurance was like a house payment. It was ridiculous. It was almost $2,000 a month, just silly. So basically, when I had that car, my insurance was so high. And then finally, that was about the time that I was fixing my credit. So when I went to my new company, my credit score was a lot better. It was over 700. My insurance rates went down significantly. And I was like, wow, the rates actually with Geico just went up. And then I got my rates to actually go down. So that's why it's so important to know that, credit is more than just a 3-digit number. A lot of people might think, oh, I don't need credit. I don't use credit. Well, that's fine. But your credit score is just a huge major factor in life. It determines where you live, how you live. Essentially, you can drive any car you want with credit, within reach, right? You can buy a home with credit. So it's important for us to be thoroughly educated when it comes to credit. And unfortunately, some people are embarrassed because it's not taught to us. I get it. But at the same time, it's up to you to take the time to learn. That's why I recommend watching all of the videos inside of the Credit Repair Secrets. Get the guide, study it, utilize your time properly to learn, so that way you don't have to pay more for your credit. Even if you're not like heavy on credit, cool, you don't have to be. But just know you're going to save a lot just on insurance, especially if you are a commercial driver, truck driver, you have your CDL, you're going to pay a tremendous like so much more. It's so ridiculous because insurance companies don't tell you this, right? They also can't deny you because of your credit score, but they can sure as heck charge you accordingly. And you don't even know it. All right. So best thing that you can do is, if for some reason the bank is not willing to issue you the 1099-C, you can, request it again from the bank if they are not doing it. Some people have said, oh, well, we just requested it from the IRS. It does not work like that. It absolutely does not work like that. Okay. The company that canceled the debt, you would actually have to receive a 1099-C from that particular company. And then if it applies to you, then you would file that on your taxes. So there is a big difference between charged off debt and canceled debt. It is not the same, right? Canceled debt is going to have a 0 balance. You're going to get that 1099-C. Charged off debt is still going to be reporting a balance, and it's still affecting you in a negative manner every single month. So the goal with credit repair is to clean up all the negative information, even if that means paying some things. You can't run from all of your debt. You can't run from all of your problems, but what you can do is make right on it and move forward and learn a lesson from this and say, you know what, moving forward, I understand I'm not going to try to over leverage myself. I'm not going to try to live a lifestyle that I can't afford. I'm not going to take on credit that I can't pay back on time, because ultimately the goal is to build wealth, right? You want to buy properties, you want to own a home, you want to be able to leave a home or two for your family. Credit is going to allow you to do that. Okay, guys? So make sure you make your next move your best move. Watch all of the videos inside of the playlist. And if you are not sure if, the bank is going to issue you a 1099, contact them. You can call them. You can request one in writing, and whatever the case or outcome may be, you just have to continue to take action and move forward. All right. I'll see you on the next video. Until then, make it happen, Captain.